we had what we assumed was folklore here at Walker Tavern, that there had been a stranger come into the tavern during the stagecoach era, which would have been 1830s, 1840s, and that he was involved in a game of cards, and that he went up to his room, and the next day when they went up to the room to take care of it, to clean up, the stranger was gone, and his belongings were still there, and there was a blood stain on the floor. And then there was all kinds of speculation about who might have killed him and what happened to him, but we also heard part of the folklore was that his horse was found 3 days later tied up to a tree close to Walker Tavern within a mile of here. And so we had never been able to find any evidence of this in the local newspapers or letters or any, first-hand kind of narrative that was just passed down. So the historians assumed that it was just a story. And then about 3 years ago, we had a young man from, I think he was from the Detroit metro area, come in, and I heard him talking to one of our interpreters, and he said, I want to see the place where my great-great-uncle was murdered. And so my ears perked up, and I went out to see what was going on, and he said that his great-great-great-uncle, I don't know how many greats it was, but by the name of Mr. Hipsley from Van Wert, Ohio, had set out on a business trip, and as far as they knew was spending the night at Walker Tavern, and was never heard from again.
What was the name of the man that was murdered?
I also hear that somebody took his life and then took his money. If that's true, I'd like to know the name of the individuals that did that to Mr. Hipsley.